So we have just looked at this test right here, which has a bunch of correct answers, wrong answers, and warnings. And what we can do now is that we can use this test to fix our AI. That's the entire point of testing your AI. It's to understand where does it fuck up and where do we want to update it. So I click right here on Improve Agent, which opens this window right here. And the first thing we're going to do is that we're going to import the Suntan AI, this right here, Solar AI for Suntan, which is the one that we just tested. And then in the import errors from testing top right, we can click right here and we can find the error the test that we just made, which is Suntan AI test 1. So let's click on that, and that brings up the exact same window we just looked at. And you can see we have all the same questions that we otherwise were looking at to find which ones it didn't perform well in. So for example, this one right here says hi there, and it doesn't suggest microinverters to mitigate the impact. Let's say that we want it to suggest microinverters. So I click right here, I click fix in chat, and then I just click enter right here. And now an AI prompt expert is going to look at the issue, it's going to look at our prompt, and then it's going to fix it in our prompt. You can say, in case of queries about shading affecting solar panels efficiency, explain that shading can reduce the efficiency and suggest micro solutions like trimming trees or using microinverters to mitigate the impact. So what we can do now is we can click accept right here, and this updates the prompt. And now I can copy this prompt right here and I can insert it back into OpenAI. This is where we are, let's say, hosting our AI. So testmyprompt.com is for creating the AI, OpenAI is for hosting the AI. I paste that in and I wait for it to say save right down here. And then let's clear the conversation, and we do this on this right here. And then we can start over. And then we can ask the exact same question that we asked before. And here it didn't talk about microinverters, which is a technical term for something inside of a solar panel. And now we can ask it again. So this is the question right here. Will tree shading my roof affect solar panel efficiency? We ask that again. And now the AI have updated our prompt, and hopefully it gives us the right answer. Let's see. Hey there, great question. Yes, shading from trees can reduce the efficiency of solar panels because they block sunlight from reaching them. That's the first part of the success criteria. A good fix might be trimming the trees a bit. Also, using microinverters instead of single inverter can help, since they allow each panel to work independently. Would you like to know more about how solar could work for your home? So that's a great answer, and it fits the success criteria. So you can use this method and go back and forth with the AI, running the test and then testing it back into Playground right here until you have the perfect prompt that you know responds the right way to every single question. And that's the power of testmyprompt.com, that you can do this and that you can ask so many questions on your prompt to make it better than all your competitors when you're starting an AI agency. Awesome. Another issue I had, which is that it always says hi there. I don't really like that. And even if I just click yes right here inside of OpenAI Playground, it's still gonna say hi there, I think. And I think there's something in the prompt that makes it say that. So this is not something that was inside of the test, it's something I have noticed, and we can still use this Improve Agent tool. I just say my prompt right now always starts with hi there. I don't like that. Can we please remove it and just have it start a question flow instead? I click enter, the AI is thinking, and hopefully it fixes it inside of my prompt. You can see here, start the conversation with, now we are removing a greeting, and then the first question. Now you can see it has removed hi there from our prompt. And now I just click accept right here, which will accept the change inside of my prompt. I can also save the version a couple of times to make sure that it has been saved. And I can copy it back into Playground like we did before. I open the prompt, I just delete everything, paste back and click save. And you can see it saves down in the bottom right corner right here. Now we clear it again and I write yes, and hopefully this time it doesn't say hi there and it just starts the conversation. still says hey there, which we don't want it to do. So let's try and make it even more clear that we don't want it to say this. So basically what I can do is that I can copy this right in here, and I can say, look at this AI response. It still says a greeting and introduction. Can you please make it clear in my prompt that it should never do that? And let's see if we can get it to remove it. Sometimes it might take multiple tries. See, do not start responses with greetings or introductions. Let's accept this, copy it, insert it back into OpenAI right here. This is going to update the prompt. I'm going to clear it. I'm going to write yes again. And let's hope that it finally doesn't give an introduction. How long have you been looking into Solr options without an introduction? Which I think is more conversational, and it's awesome. Great. That's the workflow. That's how you create your perfect prompt. And it's how you use Test My Prompt to actually do it. The next couple of videos, I'll show you how you take this brain, which you have created right now. This is the brain. It's the backend. It's the power of your AI. It's what decides how the AI responds and how good it is. So nailing this part right here is how you make the best possible AI product. And testmyprompt.com is how you can do that. It's going to help you. And also, if you're a beginner, just talking to an AI like this in plain English without having to change anything, without having to code anything, that is awesome. And that's also why we created this for our own AI agency and for my own employees in the first place. Awesome. Let's get to how you can actually connect these AIs and make them talk on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on SMS, WhatsApp, Telegram, on websites, on comment sections inside of social media. You can do a lot with this knowledge that you've just learned.